Welcome everyone to the return of Exposing the Business Podcast. I am your host, Tiante just that. And I'm here with my boy and your boy. Now, of course, it is quarantine time, social distancing, so he can't physically be here. But despite all of it, he is still your other host, Swole Brother Number One. How you doing, Steve?
Well, I'm not very swole anymore because I've been losing muscle because I can't go to the gym, and I don't to stay very beastly. So I'm sitting there brooding. I'm not dead yet.
Well, you know what? I'm sure Roman's losing some muscle too.
He might got a home gym at his house.
You might be right. Actually, I'm sorry.
Shoot, I feel like a lot of jokers that make all that money, they got home gyms. If you ain't making that money, you don't got a home gym.
Oh man, this would be such a low. I don't want. I can't. We can't go too long because there's so much to talk about that we missed and things recent too. All like we could sit here and talk about the releases that from the E. We could talk about just. I mean, good God, that'd take up a whole show. That would take up its own whole show.
Yeah.
But today we talking about what just transpired. Day one of the NFL draft. I'm not gonna lie. After pick number 5, things got kind of wild. Uh, I I I don't know. It really seemed like it was probably one of the craziest draft nights that we've had in a good minute.
Yeah. Yeah. After when the draft started with the first pick with the Bengals, I'm sitting there like, all right, Cincinnati. We all, of course, they always get the first guy. His time. They can talk about him. All this stuff. Give him his, he deserves it. Give him his, hype him up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of like after we got past the second pick, it was like, okay, now the draft is like officially started. What's going to happen? And I was sitting there like, all right, Lions, you're on the clock. What's going to happen? And I'm like, sitting there like, okay, who's trading up? What's going to happen here? I'm sitting there like, all right, waiting, and the pick is there. Okay, so I guess we're not trading then. Okay, and just for a little bit, I was sitting there sweating like, okay, Giants, not Giants. Who you picking? Is it because I was wondering, are they going to go with Akuda, which everyone thought they were.
Yeah,
they did, and I had Akuda my mock there, but some people were saying, you could argue that they could, be surprises all and go with Tua, but they were like, no, you still got Stafford there, and that man, Patricia's job is on the line this year.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So you traded away your best corner.
That's his own story I could gloat about for ages, but Patricia's an idiot. Let's just say that.
Trading away your best corner. I mean, it was. I was like, okay, but yeah. So they took Jeff Okuda, third pick.
Which honestly, it seems like the Giants been in rebuilding for the past couple years, so yeah, kind of needed this. Especially their defense is kind of a little bit on the side. So yeah, my bad. My brain was on the Giants. My bad, bro. Either way, the Lions are so interesting though because the thing with the Lions is that Matt Patricia is a defensive coach, so you think he had like this great rapport with like defenses, but Darius Slay simply just said he just said I didn't even want to be here, dude.
Yeah.
I did. and you think you think that this defense would at least be decent, but no, his defenses have been trash. I mean, getting up like how many points do they give up like a game? Stafford's been,
a lot.
Stafford has been carrying this team.
He has. Like, I mean, it's just crazy. It's really crazy.
Of course, we got to our main event of the top 5.
Oh, we're just gonna skip the Giants like that? I mean, they took that hog. I mean, that's a main event of the draft.
Oh, it's pretty good. Okay, it was pretty good. They need someone to protect that boy in the back, Daniel Jones. They do.
I guess they call us a running room for Christ's sake.
I was joking with some people yesterday on the Discord I'm part of, basically saying, "Yo, just like because you have on one side of the NFC East, there's the Redskins and all that meat on that D line. Then you got, the Eagles, and they're stacked at defensive tackle. Then you got, at least the Cowboys have D-Law. And on that O-line, they have Nate Solder.
He's been okay. He hasn't been, all that great, but that's really about it.
They needed this pick, bro. They needed this pick bad.
Yeah, they really, really did.
But Steve, I know literally since last season, I know your motto has been hashtag tank for Tua.
Sure has been tank for Tua. And I got nervous because in the season, we weren't sitting there tanking. I'm sitting there, why are we winning games? What is going on? We're not going to get Tua now. But the football god smiled upon us. We didn't have to trade up. We kept our assets. We just sat there, and he fell to us. And we said, he was like a baby fall from the sky. He was sitting there falling. And we said, Tua, we got you. We're not going to let you fall. And I was sitting there getting nervous. And I was like, Miami, don't do this. Don't do this. You have to right the wrong from years ago when you messed up on Drew Brees. You have to right the wrong. Chris Greer,
and don't worry, because if you didn't remember that, ESPN and NFL Network would surely make you remember when they passed up on Drew Brees.
Yeah, all night. Even before the game was started, when they talked about Tua, about Miami, who did they bring up? Miami did mess up a couple years ago, not signing Drew Brees. Mm-hmm. Yes, we know the story. We hear the story every year. We're like, we were dumb, okay? We took Dante Culpepper over Brees. That's our fault. That's our fault.
I love it when NFL just tries to throw it in your face. Like they have to constantly tell you over and over again, you're not allowed to have a mistake in the NFL. You're not allowed.
No. Good God. But I was sitting there and I was like, all right, they have to do it. And when they kept showing on the TV, I said, okay, well, they can show them. It don't mean nothing because, they can show the person. Like, they showed Manziel a couple times in the 2014 draft. Mm-hmm. And, he didn't get picked when they kept showing him on TV. I said, okay, what's going to be? Roger Goodell said Tua. I said, oh, my God, yes. Mm-hmm. I'm going to break down in tears. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him.
I didn't get a message from you for like 20 minutes when that pick was made, and I got worried like, oh no, hope this man didn't just jump out of a window beforehand.
Oh, I was a week. I was just so happy that finally we got it right. We're finally on the right track. Finally. We didn't sit there and go, oh, well, I guess we got to be conservative and go with Justin Herbert. It's like, man, you've been conservative since Marino left. And where has that got you? You didn't take Aaron Rodgers. You didn't sign Drew Brees. When you get all the years of Tannehill, and the Tannehill, he ain't no scrub. He made a Pro Bowl last year. He thought he'd be something more, but he took the Titans on the ride last year.
Right.
But what he do for us? Won a playoff appearance. Yeah, he got hurt. He didn't get a chance to play for us, but we had Adam Gase as our head coach at his wonder year. And it turned out with him now. He got Sam Darnold in New York seeing ghosts. But that's a different story. But if I had to give grades out for this draft, just Miami, just for that fifth pick right there, you get an A. You get an A. You get an A because you got an elite quarterback. This man could sling it. His accuracy he's not accurate. He's precise. He's not afraid. He's a winner. He has a clutch gene. Like, you finally got somebody that now I can sit there and say, if we down 21-14 in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, I know he's going to take out the field. He's going to tie the game. Or I just know game on the line. If he has that ball, we're in good hands. And he's not going to, some people are salty. It's almost, they're about to ruin Tua. They want to ruin him. I'm sitting there saying, no, we're not going to ruin Tua because he's probably not even going to play the first couple games of the season next year. I'm pretty sure Fitzpatrick is going to start.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to do his Fitzpatrick thing. He's going to be good for 2 or 3 games. And he's going to be sorry for the next 3 or whatever. And I think Floyd was like, I had enough. And he might put Tua in there. But, I mean...
And you see all over, like, social media, there's just ultra salt from people because some people just don't want to see Tua shine, and so they'll be like, "Oh man, y'all got like this one GIF I saw. It was a GIF. It was somebody saying Tua come to the Hard Rock Stadium, and it was a picture of like a dude on crutches coming like walking down the street. I said, y'all mean for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, a lot of people sit there and just go, if I'm Tua, don't go to Miami. And it's like, yes, we made some bonehead decisions in the past.
Mm.
But we're not this, like, horrible organization where it's like, you come here for your career to die. After Marino left, we just haven't had any good direction. And now it seems like that we finally have a plan. We finally got a head coach and a general manager that knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You got Mike Tannenbaum that's almost on, if I'm Miami, I'll take Justin Herbert because you know what you're getting. You know he has a clean bill of health. And I'm saying, yeah, so why take a guy that people are comparing to Trubisky? Why take a guy who has never, ever, 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 when he's been on the field, someone said, oh, yeah, he's been the best guy on the field. He's that dude. He's never been that. Oh, yeah, okay, he looked good in the Senior Bowl. He was Senior Bowl MVP or whatever, but it's like outside of that, he's never been that dude. And it's like, why? It's like you're overthinking it here. You're overthinking it. Ryan Pace literally took Mr. Trubisky over Deshaun Watson, Pro Bowl quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. I put ketchup on everything. I got a ring and an MVP. Patrick Mahomes.
In my first 3 years in the league, too. Just to add that up.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's just insane. It's just insane how people just kept thinking like, oh yeah, like they kept really trying to push the notion that Herbert was the better QB, and it's like, no. I'm gonna go ahead and say, if Tua didn't get hurt, if Tua never got hurt, I'm saying, I think people. There's a debate that he could have went number 1 over Burrow, or it would have been real close. Like, I mean. Yeah, Burrow, he lit it up. He threw 60 touchdowns last year, broke records, all this stuff. But
Tua currently has one of the highest. I think it was QBR rated, or was it? I think it was. He has one of the highest. He's one of the highest rated passers in college football history.
Yeah, Tua's body of work. Tua has done it. Each year he started, he's done it. He looked the part. Under different offensive coordinators, Steve Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin, Tua has looked the part. Burrow, the part that scares me. Now, I think he's going to be pretty good. I don't think he's going to sit there and be this, you call him the second coming of, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, or he'll be this. I don't think he's going to be all that, because just look to see what he couldn't beat Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State for a starting job, so he transferred. His first year at LSU, he didn't put up big numbers. His last year, he put up numbers, but it's like Brady had to say, we got to play to this man's strengths. No, okay, of course, you play to your quarterback's strength. I mean, it's common sense, but it just seemed, I'm sorry, it just seemed iffy to me. It's like, I couldn't, if I was the Miami, you're talking about we were trying to trade up to get him, I couldn't see us giving a Godfather offer for a guy who I think he has, talking quarterbacks, the highest risk to bust. But I mean, that's just me. I think it's going to be pretty good. But I mean, I just, that Godfather offer, you have other holes on this team to fill, to give up most likely your 5th, your 18th, and your 20th, 26th or 23rd, one of them. To give up to take Herbert to take Burrow at once. Excuse me. That just would have been just like, I would have hated that.
Yeah, no, I think because the Dolphins had so much they actually had to fill up. There isn't a point where like even when y'all like trading down in the first and you were like, no, what are y'all doing? Keep your pick. But they only traded down in the first. They didn't trade out of the first, so which was good.
Yeah, it was good. Um, we end up 18th getting that the tackle. John Austin, what is that guy? I'm drawing a blank right now. I don't know why I'm
You
drawing
got
a blank.
Austin Jackson, offensive tackle.
Yes, yeah, Austin Jackson. I was gonna say Josh Jones. Austin Jackson. I mean, he has high upside. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be starting this year.
Josh Jones was not chosen in the first round, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, because he was. When you look, it's like him and Jackson. Like Jackson was that bubble of going to like, okay, he could be a day one. He could be a day one, tackle drafted or day one, day two. He's kind of in between.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnson or Jones. Sorry, my mind's going. He's the guy that was like, I see him definitely second round. I mean, he's going to go tonight. Probably going to go through the first 10 picks. He see him gone. But yeah, I mean, you had some hogs after the last night. I mean,
when the
wrong tackle started going.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to count this real quick because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive tackles taken in the first round. 6.
Yeah, it was a lot of tackles. Like after when Andrew Thomas was picked, it was like, okay, now that's when we'll start seeing the runs of tackles going pretty soon, and that's when it was like a domino effect. Oh, this guy's gone. Tristan Wirfs, that dude, and then you got Willard. It was a lot. It was a lot of tackles going.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I saw Mekhi Becton, like they switched to him on the camera, I saw this big man. I said, "Yo, when did they get this hog?" And then he turned around and like, "No, that's his dad." Yo, I'm like, they should have just drafted Mekhi Becton's dad and got Mekhi Becton for free.
It was crazy. Like freaking. I mean, like I said, I think honestly, the best tackle is going to be in this. Just going to be in this draft. Best tackle that came out. Andrew Thomas just looks to me like he's going to be the best. He looks smooth, but Becton, all that potential that he has. But we'll see.
People were really high on Wirfs and listen, man, they traded one spot to get him. Like they wanted this man. I'm assuming they were thinking that okay, who do they trade with? The 49ers? Yeah.
Yeah, 49ers, yeah.
They traded one spot to get this man. I don't know if they thought the Niners were going to snatch him up or what, but I think they saw the 2 OTs get taken. They were like, nope,
yeah,
not risking it. We're not risking it. So old man Tom gets his guard. That man, Wirfs was born in '99. Tom Brady entered the NFL in 2000. That's crazy.
Just all this conversation with Tampa Bay. That's insane. Just how Brady goes there. You just hear rumblings about maybe Gronk. That was crazy. Within us 30 minutes when that rumor came out there that Gronk couldn't come back to the Buccaneers. What he wants to do within 30 minutes, he signs when he gets traded after 30 minutes. I said, what is this?
I'm sorry. Put some respect on his name, please. He's WWE 24/7 champion, Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah. Him dancing and just doing a free fall off the balcony.
Watch when R-Truth enters into the game and pins Rob for the title.
Brady sitting there, Rob, what are you doing?
Rob, what is this? Nah, man. Brady becomes 24/7 champion. That'd be the greatest thing ever. I'll put that on everything right there.
But
mm-hmm.
guess we could get to one of the big surprises of the night. At well, the fact that Henry Ruggs was the first receiver taken.
Yeah, that was weird. Why? I know they said that was an old school pick because Al Wilson loved speed, but over Judy?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I mean, I think Judy was the best receiver in the draft, but I mean, that's the guy they wanted. They wanted Ruggs, so we'll see how that pans out. But I think the elephant in the room right now is with that 17th pick.
Oh,
Cowboys and CD Lamb.
That was a spite pick. That was spite, and you know it was spite. This man, Jerry Jones, sitting in his underground submarine lab, sitting there thinking, I could go for some defense, but what them Eagles picking Dallas Goedert last year? CD Lamb on the board? Give me some CD Lamb tonight.
Like, I'm curious who they would have picked if he was gone, because they said that he wasn't like high on their boards. They didn't think that he would be available to them at 17. I mean, you just paid Amari Cooper all that money, and you got Michael Gallup, and now you got CD Lamb. You're sitting there, you're just like, this receiver core has the potential to be really, really, really good.
Yeah.
He's okay.
But their defense is looking. I know. See, okay. The story I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you this story. See, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna talk to some people about some football. Be all like, because Steve gonna be at work, so why not? I'm gonna talk to my boy Forrest on the Discord. I'm gonna talk to some other people, see what they think about this draft. And see, I was sitting there praying, like I knew it wasn't gonna happen, right? But I'm praying, maybe Judy, maybe Lamb, maybe Shrugs might drop down. I don't know. It was looking kind of good at first, and then the Raiders said, "Nah, we need a receiver real quick." So I said, "Sure, okay, fine." You took Ruggs. Then the Broncos said, "We need a receiver real quick." They took Judy. Fine, give Locke his boy. But Lamb was up there, and I said, the Falcons don't need a receiver. The Dolphins don't need a receiver. The Raiders don't really need another one next to Ruggs. Jacksonville might need one, but they're not going to take one right now. I can't see them doing that.
He could have filled your prime position.
I was like, here we go. You know what? And I know you were trying to convince me on Discord that Lamb wasn't all that, which, fine. But, I'm thinking, man, it'd be cool if we had Lamb, right? And then Jerry Jones comes in like this angel of death and said, no. You did not need another receiver. You didn't need that. I understand BPA. I get that. I wholeheartedly get that. There's only one ball. Who you can't give the ball. Dak can't pass the ball to Amari, Gallup, and Lamb, and then give the ball to whatever tight end they might get, and then hand it to Zeke. What defense do you have? But you're gonna spend all that money on you're gonna spend all your draft picks later on defense, I assume, right? Maybe. I mean, you need a tight end. Although I don't know what tight end they have right now. Who do they have now that Jason Witten's gone?
Ooh, check.
I heard Forrest giving him some promising praises at one point, but Cowboys ill, so I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't like even from a non-salty standpoint, and it's very hard for me not to be salty about this pick because I do not want to have to sit here and deal with Dak Prescott getting 3 options to throw too deep. But y'all could have taken a cornerback. y'all could have taken a defensive tackle or a defensive end. I don't know. That's just me. Or you could have shored up your linebacking core, because give Sean Lee and Leighton Vander Esch some extra. Oh, they had Jalen Smith, don't they? They still got Jalen Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe so. Yeah. Oh, just a corner then. Just get a corner. You got rid of Byron. I mean, who was still there? Damon Arnett was still there. You could have gotten him.
Yeah, you had some people still there, so they were picking.
Oh.
You said Damon Arnett was there. They could have went outside linebacker Cleveland Chase on.
Mm-hmm. The one that the Dolphins got, Noah Ig. Gotta pronounce his name right.
Just call him Noah.
Noah I. Iggy.
Noah. Yeah, I mean, which is funny because like a lot of people were saying, a couple of days before the draft started, you were hearing him, he could be in play for the first round. Because I thought honestly we were going to go running back, get DeAndre Swift, but I was like, oh, another corner. Got nervous. Wait a minute.
Y'all secondary about to be nasty.
Are we going to trade X? Are we going to trade X?
Oh,
we can't trade him.
Y'all secondary is going to be nasty next year.
Flores loves man-to-man. He loves and Noah I, he likes to get all up in your grill. So I'm sitting there saying, oh, don't throw in a second, please don't. Josh Allen, don't throw. You better not throw.
Jared Stidham.
You're going to be seeing them ghosts.
Now, all these receivers went in like the first round. They said it was a deep class in receivers. Now, who do you think got the best deal at receiver in this first round?
In the first round?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just going to go to Jerry Jeudy. I mean, we're in the different Broncos. I mean, now you literally have Jerry Jeudy one side, and you're going to have Cortland Sutton on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you're giving Locke some pieces. Like I said, Jerry Jeudy, I think, was the best receiver in this class because just go back to footwork. Just his route running is just really good, and it's just like you can draft a guy who could jump high, go get it, got all the speed in the world, but you can't get open.
Mm-hmm.
Then look at John Ross. He had all the speed in the world.
Yeah.
And, he's not really blowing anything up. And another guy I like to bring up. Look at Dennis Bryant. How he panned out.
Right.
He wasn't, he wasn't a terrible route runner. I wouldn't say he was the best route runner, but when he was young, he'd go up get them 50-50 balls. He can go up. He got the speed. He wasn't a burner, but he can get past you. Yards up to catch, all that stuff. But as he got older, he wasn't effective.
Yeah.
I mean, route running at the end of the day, is still going to win out. Look at Julio Jones. It is route running.
Oh, he's perfect.
I mean, it's a bunch of guys in the league. You can route running. Look how good they are. I mean, like Evans, he's not a good route runner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's a bunch of guys who out there look and just go, route running is just key. And that's why I think Jerry Jeudy. He wasn't the first one taken, which he should have been. But I think he was the best receiver to get picked in that first round.
And there wasn't the people who I thought would be trading up didn't trade up in this draft, and I gotta go to the Eagles. I thought they were going to trade up, but they didn't, and they stuck to 21. And when I thought they were going, you managed to talk me into Justin Jefferson being a decent pick because you told me he had enough speed to get down the field, which we needed speed. And he could be good in the slot as well, but they took Rager, and at first I was confused, but then I sort of just said, you know what? All right, I can dig that. All right, they took somebody who it seems like he can burn people which is what we needed. We need someone who can get downfield to stretch the field for us, and then also somebody who you know suffered in college with bad quarterback play from the stuff I was seeing. I don't watch TCU games, but that man looked like he was suffering from all those overthrows and underthrows.
Yeah, I think, the regular pick, I think it's pretty solid for you guys. Like I said, the guy is fast, open space, he's explosive. It's just like, I think it's going to work out for Clarkson with him. I think it was a good piece. And, who knows? You guys can still add on some, tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, it was a good pick. And the thing about it is crazy. It's like, it's not done with receivers. You still got more receivers who didn't get the name called last night. Who probably were fast tonight. You got T. Higgins from Clemson.
Mims.
Dexter Pittman. Chase, Claypool from Notre Dame. You got a lot of people. It's just a deep receiver class, and it's funny because it's like, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to look back a couple years from now and go, dang, you had like what, 4 receivers, whatever, 4 or 5 going in the first round, only 2 really panned out.
Yeah, that's always the scary part. And Minnesota Vikings had a pretty busy night tonight, along with the Dolphins.
Yeah, they got a receiver, Justin Jefferson. They had to get somebody. So Stephon Diggs got him out of there. Went send him to Buffalo of all places.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Well, you got corners. You got corners.
Oh yeah, I'm not scared. Josh Allen doesn't scare me. He does not scare me at all.
I remember I told you when Brady left, I was like, but wait, what about Josh Allen and the Bills? And you was like, who?
He went to the Bills last year, but I'm not scared. Josh Allen doesn't scare me. Now, Jared Stidham, that man scares me.
No, yeah.
Oh. I'm telling you, there'll be some Bill Belichick mess if that Joker ended up being pretty good. And people was like, oh, I guess somebody didn't take quarterback early. Jared Stidham.
Nah, man. Watch out for a year or two later. I foresee it, man. We're either getting Deshaun Watson being traded to the Patriots or signing in free agency to the Patriots, or we're getting Andrew Luck coming out of retirement and going to the Patriots.
If he does that, I think it's time to stop watching football. that would be insane. But I was surprised at night when I was sitting here. So, on a scale of 1 through 10, do you think Aaron Rodgers punched the air last night?
Ooh! He had to have seen it coming. He had to.
See, the thing is, what I read was that he's been real hands-on with the GM and the floor, and he was okay in some moves. And what I was reading was he was under the impression they were going to draft someone first round that could help him win now because you got Aaron Rodgers. And as long as you got Aaron Rodgers start doing Aaron Rodgers thing, you could win the Super Bowl. And there was players available with that pick.
Yeah,
could have got him. If you felt froggy enough, you could have got him T. Higgins. Could have took T. Higgins there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a head scratcher. Just because okay, yeah, you got your guy for the future. We think you got your guy for the future, but with Jordan Love, is like people comparing it to when they picked Rodgers and they had Favre. Well, Rodgers was supposed to be the first pick of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love was the highest they were talking about him going was really 12 to the Oakland, and when Oakland picker was like, okay, well, I guess he won't start falling. And he's a dead project quarterback that I guess we'll see, because if he pans out, he's the next Patrick Mahomes. Like, stop comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. There's only one Patrick Mahomes.
So see, there were 2 thoughts in my head when this happened. My first thought was, man, Aaron Rodgers. He had to have known that the farmer's coming back with a shotgun. Old Yeller needs to start getting a little weary. because I think I think was a joke. One of my friends, Ram, was telling me every time he sits there and tells me in about a couple years you're going to see Aaron Rodgers wearing Viking purple, and I'm like, don't say that, please. But my second thing was, man, oh man, if Jordan Love pans out, they would have went from Favre to Rodgers to another star quarterback. It just wouldn't be fair for the NFC North, who apparently can't draft quarterbacks outside of Stafford. So, you know. Christian, but Teddy Bridgewater.
Which, I mean, he was showing some promise.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, man. Who? Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, God. Brian Pace. I don't understand how he still has a job. He literally put Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
He's not going to live it down.
No. Unless Trubisky comes out here this year and, he shuts all of us up and has a bounce back year. I mean, but just if he doesn't, you took Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
Something tells me Mitchell Trubisky's days are numbered because if they took Nick Foles, something tells me Nick Foles is probably going to start.
Yeah. Definitely. Don't worry. But don't worry. Trubisky, he might get released or traded. Some team will take up a chance. So I'm saying, well, he has potential where, he'd be on that little spiral where it's like he'll team to team, give him a shot. Maybe they can find something in him. But it's like, no. He never had it.
Will Trubisky become one of the legendary journeymen like Foles and Fitzpatrick?
Well, at least Fitzpatrick could throw.
Yeah. Fitzpatrick will give you 3 games of magic.
Yeah. He beat Tom Brady when they came home. When the Patriots needed a win, he beat him. Which is crazy because, because of Ryan Fitzpatrick and Brian Flores, Devontae Parker finally came through.
Oh.
Finally came through.
Yeah, you guys got yourself a wide receiver 1 at least. You got one.
With Josh Rosen, what was going on?
That man's lost all confidence.
Yeah, I think at this point he's like, you know what? I could be a backup. Look at RG3. He's still a backup. He's still getting paid.
Oh, I keep forgetting he's on the Ravens.
Yeah, he ain't complaining.
He had no reason to complain.
But see, I was just coming days at work. I was sitting there and I was like, looking at the old draft class. I was like, look RG3 and Andrew Luck. Who would have thought that Luck would be a backup? Russell Wilson is still starting and doing wonderful.
Jeez, that was a fairly good quarterback class. Fairly good.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tannehill's kind of still last one standing too.
Mm-hmm. Man, but when it came to 32, I was like, the Chiefs are just going to trade down. They're going to pick anybody. Then they picked this running back, and I'm like, do you guys need more speed?
They said, look, we going to drop 60 points on people next year. They said, as long as you got Patrick Mahomes dropping 60 points on people, we don't care. Wow. But I thought they were going to go with Jonathan Taylor for a second. And I was like, well, maybe not. I thought maybe DeAndre Swift, and I said, okay, not him. But when they said this guy, I was like, people talking about compare him to Brian Westbrook.
They were showing his tape. He looks explosive because, of course.
I'm sitting there like, yo, they said, oh, Kareem Hunt's going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go find somebody else. And Patrick Mahomes going, he's just going to make. That's insane. Now you got to worry about that guy.
I worry about
Tyreek Hill.
McCall Hardman.
Oh my goodness.
That and that running back that they took last year was it Damian
Yep.
Williamson? What's his name?
Yeah, the former Miami Dolphin, Damian Williams.
He showed some flashes last year. Dude came up big in the Super Bowl.
I mean, I like Mahomes, so I ain't playing.
I'm starting to learn that whenever Miami gives you a running back, you're destined for the bowl.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're welcome, by the way. You're still welcome for that.
Yeah, thanks, man. We needed him.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys used him well, even though he's a free agent now. I guess his knees are real shot now.
You were right. His knees are bad now.
So glad we did not pay him. So happy we didn't pay him. Because if we would have paid him, God knows.
But you know what? We gave you Jordan Howard, who's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Byron Maxwell. Oh my God, never forget that trade. Byron Maxwell.
Well,
he had a pretty good first year with us. Then he just was just gone. Like, he was just like, what in the world? Like Kiko Alonso too. He was good his first year with us. And then he was kind of like, we got fleeced. Like, we helped the Jokers get Carson, get him Jaye. We need some good fortune.
You know what though? We gave y'all the Cinderella picks, and when it struck midnight, the magic was gone. But nah, and Jordan Howard would not have been. Honestly, I'm convinced that if Jordan Howard wasn't on the Eagles, he wouldn't have been injured for half the season. I'm wholeheartedly assured that if you come to the Eagles, get ready to feel some pain in your knees. So have fun with Jordan Howard. The man's a beast. I'm convinced Jordan Howard doesn't get anything less than 3 yards a carry. Nothing less. So, enjoy that. And for the Chiefs, I'll just say what I said on Twitter. The best defense is a 70-point offense.
They about to drop 60 points on people next year.
Even though they're gonna be giving up about 50 points, but
Hey, and Reed's like, look, we got Patrick Mahomes. We got the best quarterback in the NFL. we don't care. We do not care. We got a gunslinger.
Defense? I don't know what that is. What? Corners.
All we know is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my goodness. But as we head into night 2 and night 3, night 2 with rounds 2 and 3, who do you think is probably one of the bigger names left in the draft?
Just name a few. I mean, you got T. Higgins from Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to go early. And you have, I guess, Jalen Hurts still sitting there wondering what's going to happen with him. He's been linked to Pittsburgh, and some people have said his rumblings that the Patriots could try and get him. Which, I mean, that'd be scary because it's like, Lord, do we really want Jalen Hurts with Bill Belichick? And, he keeps helping Jalen Hurts out.
Yeah.
He keeps progressing. And next thing we know, we're sitting there like, oh, wow, they have a Pro Bowl quarterback getting Jalen Hurts. Like, I don't know. It's very scary. But, I mean, DeAndre Swift, running back, Jordan, he's still sitting there. Like I said, you got some names there. Grant Delpit, the safety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LSU, he's still there. I could also see the Colts. The Colts getting him, trading up to get him. You got Josh Jones still sitting at O-line.
Oh yeah.
Look out for him.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna butcher this man's name, but Uter Gross Matos.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I mean, he's a specimen. That dude is a specimen. 6'5", 266 pounds. Like, that man's a beast. Like, I mean, hopefully Miami goes, we got to get this guy. We need more help on our defense.
The great thing about the NFL draft that makes it different from other drafts for me is that you can find good people, like good graded people, still in like the third round.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people say, you find your championship team
Yeah,
in the second and third.
yeah, because NFL has mock drafted DeAndre Swift to y'all, and I mean running back by committee could work for y'all. I think.
Oh, I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, we need to Donnie Swift. We need to get him like he could pass catch. Yeah, he's small, but I mean, whatever. We need to put some weapons around him.
You know, they're saying Trayvon Diggs could go to the Jets.
Okay, get some more quarterback help.
Mm-hmm. You know, they're saying Mims to the Bears.
Yeah, I mean 6'3". I mean he's that guy that can like get up there and he can make that like that circus catch.
Mm.
In traffic. So yeah.
And Julian Okwara to the Cowboys.
See, Julian Okwara, that's Notre Dame guy who, if he wasn't so up and down this past season in Dame, he would have been in the first round. Like he would have locked in the first round. But because he was so up and down, he didn't go first round. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure when they released the first mock for this past draft, Kuiper and all them last year, I'm pretty sure he had Julian Okra definitely in the top 15. Like up and down. I mean, I think he will be a steal.
Oh man, they're like
long and power.
You got T. Higgins to the Colts.
Another weapon for Phillip Rivers.
No.
Phillip freaking Rivers.
Another weapon for him to overthrow. I'm sorry, man.
Just imagine this. Imagine this. The Colts are sorry next year, and you're in Indianapolis. You are just lucky that you go from having Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck, and then you take Trevor Lawrence.
In a short, yeah, that would definitely be very, very lucky for this franchise. I mean, yeah, take out the 2 years of not having them, not having anyone, I guess, elite, but still. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the big boy in the draft next year.
Yeah, he's already saying like he's definitely in that conversation. He's up there with like Luck, like he's the consensus like first overall pick, like no matter what, like he's that dude. I mean, it's no debate. Like he's going to be the first quarterback taken. He's going number. He's just throwing touchdowns. There you that. But I guess it's what I'm really looking forward to after this draft is what's going to happen with Jameis Winston and Cam Newton.
Cam's a weird one, man. I don't know where he's going.
Somebody keeps saying, "Stop playing Belichick and sign Cam Newton."
Cam Newton, oh man, he might revive his career. I don't know. That'd be kind of scary. He would transform Cam into a pocket passer.
So, do you think if Andrew Luck would have came out that year, like the 2011 draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just think about like the domino effect of Andrew Luck coming out, and he's the first pick. He goes to Carolina.
Ooh.
You got Luck in Carolina, and they're at the second. Think about it. Cam would have been the second quarterback taken. What? You probably say Cam in Buffalo?
Let me see.
Buffalo.
2011 NFL draft. Let's see. In terms of who needed a quarterback in 2011.
For the Broncos, could you say them? Or did they have Peyton at the time?
They would have had Peyton in a couple years. So I think they had Tebow. Titans might have picked Cam. They took Jake Locker, number 8.
Oh, look at that turned out. Jaguars could have took him too, but they have Blaine Gabbert.
Minnesota.
Which is crazy how like they was talked back then that like Gabbert could have been the first pick over Cam Newton.
Man.
And I'm like, oh my God, just imagine that.
Oh my! Look, Cam, Jake Locker, Blaine Gabbert, Christian Ponder.
Yeah, I forgot he was at draft.
Oh my goodness, that's Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah, he was a part of that too. Andy Dalton was in that draft too.
This is the Andy Dalton era is over, man.
Yeah, it's Burrow time. AJ Green threw the ball too.
And he can make something out of John Ross.
Oh yeah. So Jalen Hurts, my prediction will be the first quarterback taken tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anyone else who could, rival take him. I mean, he's just the next available quarterback. Jonathan Taylor's interesting tonight. I wonder if he might go. I mean, like, he has an elite skill set. He fumbles the ball so much.
No, that's nasty. I don't think anybody's gonna want that.
Then you still got J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State.
Yeah. Which they're saying the NFL is saying Buccaneers might get him.
Like he's still sitting there. Like Chase Claypool received Notre Dame. Still 6'4". He's still sitting there. Man, we have a single tight end taking it on first round last night. I thought maybe. Cause I want to say I mocked Cole Kmet to the Packers at 30, and of course that didn't happen. So
they got Patriots taking Cole Kmet.
Oh, great! Yep, let him go there and become a monster.
Man, this was a pretty. What you about to say?
Oh, Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, he's still up here.
Because there was no safeties taken last night.
Yeah, they're saying the Browns might get him.
Yeah, he's still there. You still got Antoine Winfield Jr.
Mm-hmm. They're saying the Bears might get him.
Yeah, he's still sitting there. I mean, AJ Dispenza, who talk about. I mean, that's another guy who in the early mocks, like he was like outside of Chase Young, another defensive end up taken off the board early, and look how he fell. I mean, he's what 6'5", 230 something pounds. I mean, he's versatile. He has the power. He got his size is very intimidating.
They got the Steelers taking him, which of course Steelers always love defense. So
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of guys who just like I expect it's going to be some trade ups definitely tonight.
Oh yeah.
Some of these players. I think I was reading earlier. Miami was thinking about trading back to get more assets, and I'm like, Miami, you might want to make some more picks here. You need some holes. Another edge guy, another receiver later on might help. You gotta keep doing that O line to protect that boy Tua. He's a precious asset now. You gotta protect him.
They got y'all taking Neville Gallimore at defensive tackle in the second round.
Yeah, so we could need some more help in that line. I mean, I honestly think that definitely Flores is going to try to get more pieces on defense early tonight, since that's his forte. But all I hope for is they don't try it out Tua Tagovailoa first 2 or 3 games of the season. God knows we need that to be protected. We need to be protected because I'm sorry, I'm happy we have him. I'm ecstatic. I was even looking at jerseys last night, but I'm gonna be sitting there holding my breath every hit he takes.
I'm just saying, I apparently they ranked y'all's line. O line is like last by every metric.
Say it again.
They measured y'all's O line as last in the NFL last year in every metric.
Oh yeah, of course. We had a bunch of practice squad players on the line,
So find a hog to protect your man's, please.
Yeah, I think that Josh Jones. I wonder where they're going to put him at. He's talking about left tackle, but I mean, depending on what's going, might slide him to right tackle. Protect that boy blind side.
If I, well, I mean, Steve, I think we got a lot out of the way for this draft. You what's your final predictions in terms of who do you think is going to take night two? Like who do you think what team is going to have the best night two?
Ooh. I'm gonna say this. I think New England has something up their sleeves, and I think going to be sitting here at the end of the night, and we'll be sitting there saying, "Wow, New England just took Jalen Hurts. I really wonder how that's going to pan out. That's going to be tricky. Like I said, Miami sitting there. We got like 2 second rounders. They got we got a third. We got a couple fourths.
Mm-hmm.
We still got some ammo left. But like I said, I think the players to look out for Jalen Hurts, T. Higgins, AJ Spenza, Julian Alcantara. You got, like I say, you still got some guys out there that's like, oh yeah, DeAndre Swift. Where's he going to go? Should have the only first running back that people had going in mocks, and he wasn't the first one taken, of course, but we'll see.
Well, Steve.
But before we end this, I have one question actually. It's not even football related.
All right.
Do you think Rusev is going to be AEW bound? Once things clear up.
My heart says no because I hope the E brings him back. I hope he's just being furloughed. But I think Rusev is Lana gone too?
No, she's still there. He said she's there.
That's crazy. I think they have to bring him back then. That's crazy.
See, Jim Ross is lobbying for him in AEW. I don't got that much time, but I'm just thinking some people off.
Mm-hmm.
The Revival, of course, we know the Revival's going there. Of course, we already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, the Revolt. So they call it the Revolt.
Oh, the Revolt. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
No, they're going there.
Yeah.
Gallows and Anderson. I think they're going overseas again. So that's what it sounds like.
I can see them going back to New Japan.
Rusev, I think he's going only because it's like he's one of them guys that's been frustrated with creative. Like, they have nothing for him. All this, they did fun, and the whole Rusev day, I can never forget. They dropped the ball on that.
They did.
You could have turned Rusev into a big face. I mean, a huge face, and they dropped the ball.
But the E, you know how they are. Vince has his favorites, and he's never going to change that.
Which, yeah, that's the topic of a different day. Because I had a conversation with somebody who literally was like defending Vince, saying like, "Oh, it's okay that he acts like this. That if he sees someone who, it could be like the smallest thing that like a normal person would have an issue with. Like a guy has a scar or something on their shoulder. He Vince sees that. He's like, oh no, can't push you.
That's crazy.
Not saying that was the issue, but just the fact that it's like, how Vince is with his quirks.
Oh yeah, Vince is too chaotic to ever predict what in the world you think you might be getting with him. It's crazy.
Yeah, AC3 and Drake Maverick. I definitely see them going to AEW. I can see it because they work good together. I don't know why Vince did, tried it one time in a house show, I think, and he didn't like it. And so, of course, that's when it was like, oh, no, EC3, you're done.
So he needed to be out that company at this point. I think he goes back to Impact.
Yeah, yeah. See, I don't know. I just see AEW jumping on a couple of these guys and EC3 being one of them.
They got MJF.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I think if they take Maverick and EC3, put them back together, I think this can work. I think it can work in AEW. I think it can work. And Canellis and his wife, Maria.
I think you mean Maria and her husband, Mike.
Oh, did I butcher that?
Yeah, I think you butchered that one. It's okay, though. Sometimes people do forget that Maria's a star, but it's okay.
I actually like them, too. I see them honestly in Impact. I see Impact, Ring of Honor. I can go back to Ring of Honor.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think Taven has been like, they've been talking about it for a couple months. It would be cool if, he was back here with us, with the Kingdom.
Yeah.
The original Kingdom, since the Kingdom is dead.
The Kingdom is dead. Long live the Kingdom.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, because of this virus, a lot of good wrestling that we miss out on,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'll give
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think that the Revolt, once they go to AEW, even though Jim Cornette has said he won't go there, I think it's a good possibility that he might do something there with the Revolt, and I could just see it. I mean, it would draw. Just have him and the Revolt show up in there. He hates Kenny Olivier.
That's a hot take. I don't know. I don't think both sides like each other.
What you saying? You said about the Bucks too.
Oh my goodness! Between what he's been saying about the Elite and what he said on other things that probably the Elite doesn't want to be associated with, I don't know. I don't know.
That's the crazy thing about it. Just like it's money there. It's money there. It's money there.
It'd be interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. It'd be fun to see. It'll
be money there. It's money there to be made, and I'm like, you gotta think. Just maybe Cody will be sitting there thinking, it's money to be made here, and
if social media, because they listen to social media all the time. AEW social media hounds. They to them the fan is always right. So Cornette going there might make them explode with anger. I don't know. It'd be cool. I want to see it. It'd be cool because Jim Cornette's still a good speaker.
Did you see what people were saying about Tony Khan on Twitter?
What were they saying?
Jacksonville Jaguar.
Oh yeah, with Yannick.
Somebody, I don't know if it's an old thing, but they were just basically like, stop playing with the Young Bucks in AEW. You have a football team to run. Stop playing wrestling with your boys.
Stop playing wrestling. That's not even his team. I thought it was his dad's team.
Apparently, he does stuff with them too. So, I mean,
all right, sure.
I'm just like, oh come on, let the man
wife. Let him mark out.
Let him live his life. But Austin Theory, he's not ready yet. But I just hope Vince doesn't just make this man a perennial jobber.
He's part of Zelina's new stable, right?
Yeah.
Los something. I'm assuming it's not Los Ingobernables, but
I don't know what they're called. But I know one thing.
What?
Look out for it. Vince is going to shoot because there's rumors that Vince wants to turn Angel Garza into the next Eddie, apparently.
That's every time, man. Every time there's a Hispanic person, he wants to make them the next Eddie Guerrero or the next Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I like Angel Garza. I like the back of Impact.
Oh,
it's just like you can't. Come on, Vince. You can't turn everybody into the next this person, that person.
You. Not every Hispanic person can be the next Rey or the next Eddie. Come on. That's like saying, "Oh man, look. You know, he looked at Ezekiel Jackson 10 years ago and said, "Man, that's the next Ahmed Johnson."
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ezekiel Jackson too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think a lot of people did.
Wow, I forgot about Ezekiel Jackson. He was the Intercontinental. He was ECW champion, right?
He was the last ECW champion, and he was Intercontinental champion.
Remember Elijah Burke was in WWE too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Man. Although, you know what though? Before I do go, no, I do want to say, I kind of want to see the Revolt in NWA.
Well, you know where they're going.
I know where they're going, but man, it'd be cooler to see them in NWA. They fit the aesthetic. They fit the aesthetic way too much for them not to go there.
Yeah, they do. They really do. But I think at that point it's going to have to be a bidding war between Billy Corgan and AEW. They're going to figure out who's going to get them, but we all know where they're going.
Man.
Which kind of sucks because, I would like to see them in NWA too.
It just would be so much more interesting, man. And then they could go to ROH. And, I'm sure you would like to see the Revolt versus Briscoes.
Oh, yeah. Versus them boys. throwing Villain Enterprises in there too. PCO and Brody King, or you might want to do Flip Gordon and Brody King, or Flip PCO. I love me some Flip.
It's real cold down here, huh, Steve?
I would never forget that. I was sitting there like, yes, it's real cold down here. I'm like, bro, you first of all, you have on shorts. It's like 40 degrees outside. It's like nighttime. What are you doing? They were nice to you, so I was cool. They were nice. I mean, all the belts and everything.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Hey, see, you gotta love Steve's dedication to ROH. Steve. You have not left ROH's side at no point in history.
No. With that villain still there.
Yeah, I know you were happy about that.
Oh, when he resigned, I literally had to look at my phone again, and I remember just jumping up, and I scared like the dog. The dog was like asleep on the stairs, like yes, because he's staying. I thought it was really interesting that he stayed because I thought he was out. I thought he was gone, but when they throw that money at you, give you the book.
I think he understands that he is not going to be the big dog on campus if he goes to AEW.
No, so we throw him back in there, with the elite.
He would because not everyone in the elite can be the big dog on campus because you got the Bucks who are their tag team. Cody's obviously the face of the elite right now. I would say it's Kenny, but Kenny hasn't really shown me right now that he's the face of the elite.
He docked the coast.
This is Cody's company, and Cody has made sure that he looks like, which fine. He has to look like he's the big man on campus. That's fine.
Just don't you ever forget when he went to make that save and I'm like
my man went Undertaker on these people. I said what?
I would never forget, man. I think it's the first AW show with my cousin, and I would just never forget. I'm sitting there. I'm like, who's that coming out? He's he's in the chandeliers opening up, and it's like, who? Oh, it's Cody.
Cody thinks he is a god.
It's so funny because it's like when them lights went out, Tiana, was I talking to you when it was going on, or
I think we were messaging.
And I was like, what just happened? Oh my God, it's Cody! Who else would it be?
Who else would it I oh, I know Omega's like the AAA Mega Champion, which is like the world champion of AAA.
Mr.
He
Olivier?
Yeah, Mr. Olivier is AAA AAA's world champion, and so since they have a relationship, he can defend the belt on AWTV.
Mr. Olivier.
And Hangman's just sort of mid card man right now, which
I haven't.
you know.
No, what?
Actually, hold on. No, Cody's in that TV championship or TNT championship, whatever it's called, tournament. So
yeah, I have not. To be honest with you, I have not been following AW. I've been NXT because man, Killer Cross is there.
Oh yeah, got. Oh, I can't. There's so much to discuss, man. We could legit make it another show just about the wrestling that we have not talked about in like months.
Yeah, it's freaking that Ciampa and Gargano match that was very underwhelming.
I
It was underwhelming, but it was kind of like, of course, I should have known.
I think the only problem was it went too long.
Yeah.
Oh man, we can talk about WrestleMania. Oh my goodness, oh Jesus, a lot. There is a lot. I feel bad for Drew, but I'm happy he's at least world champion.
Yeah, he deserved it.
He does.
It was his moment.
One of the saddest things I saw was when it was they do the whole documentary where the camera follows you around before your big WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
They had one for Drew, and in the beginning, it opens up with the cameraman asking Drew, um, how would you feel if they had to cancel WrestleMania this year? And he'd be like, I win the Rumble for once, and I get the main event WrestleMania, and then a virus breaks out. About my luck. And I was like, dang, man, that's sad.
Yeah.
Because that is his luck.
I mean, the man. I've been following this man for years, way back in Impact Wrestling, and some people thought I was crazy, and I was like, he's a chosen one. He deserves that title. The chosen. He looks the part. He's gotten so much better. He could do it all. If I was on Raw on Monday, I could do it all.
He deserved to have that big moment in front of a crowd.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. Which, I mean, I was thinking about something. Like I said, we gotta go. But I was gonna say this: if Styles and Taker would have had a regular match in the ring, I don't think it would have been that good.
No,
like the Boneyard match was. It sucks to say this, but it's like if they want Taker to make one-on-one matches, it has to be like the Boneyard.
It has to. It has to. It has to be a Boneyard type match. It can't be him in the ring normal, because he can't do that anymore. If you want to prolong this man's career, you put him in a cinematic match.
No, that tag team match he had with Roman last year.
That helped.
He didn't look that bad.
He had to do much.
Yeah.
My last comment is, if you had told me 10 years ago that Matt Hardy would have put on a stupid wig or hair dye, whatever he did, and put on a dumb accent and completely changed pro wrestling and how we viewed wrestling forever, I would have not ever believed you and called you crazy. This man, Matt Hardy, and yeah, you can say Lucha Underground, but Lucha Underground was never as big as Broken Matt. Broken Matt Hardy put that kind of cinematic wrestling on the map.
Yeah.
And when he brought it to WWE, it changed everything. Even when before he went to the E, because the E tried to make their own version of the deletion thing. Remember when they did New Day versus the Wyatt family?
Yeah.
And they tried that. It wasn't as good. Like you couldn't they tried it. It wasn't as good. Matt Hart does it with Bray. It's great. I thought it was great. Just saying, Matt Hardy has changed the game of wrestling forever and inadvertently prolonged Undertaker's career. That's all I got to say, though.
But you know what else I got to say?
What?
Miami has it all. The greatest football team. Take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We got a quarterback. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. It was tour or bust last night. Detroit said, "Oh, you might want to trade up." We said, "No, we're not trading up." He fell right to us. Oh, we finally got a quarterback.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man's going to be crying for a little while. We should leave him be.
Especially when he takes that field. He might wear number 3.
With number... That wasn't Marino's number, was it?
No, it was 13.
Okay.
He already said he not touching that.
Okay.
Nobody touches that.
Okay.
Nobody touches that.
I was about to say, he better not.
Listen, nobody touches Marino's number. No. No. You know, I was a little bit scared when they said Marino was endorsing
Herbert.
Oh, God.
Marino took an L for that one.
Just Dolphin fans, just enjoy this. We got a quarterback, and think all the pain we went. Just don't forget that image in your head when it was the last game of the season, and we just looked so bad. And you had Stephen Ross in his box, looking like, what is going on? Mike Tannenbaum was sitting there like, I'm deaf. And Marino was sitting there like, do I gotta just go put on a uniform and save this team? It was sitting there like, oh, we need some help. We need some help.
Marino coming out the cut with his uniform on, saying, "Put me in, coach."
He's like, Marino, is that you? Hey, whose number is that? Sir, that's the backup kicker. Give me his number. I'm playing now. I'm in a quarterback.
Sir, you can't be number 42. I said I'm here.
Shit.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, proud to be back. We hope to be back to you soon. We already had all of our last words. So.
Ross said last night. This is Miami. Take Tua Turner-Nova. What?
Take Tua Tagovailoa. My man Rick Ross is illiterate.
Oh man, I'm telling you, just having to energize this whole entire fan base. It's franchise. If it would have been Urban, we've been deflated. Like, oh, here we go.
Guys, I wanted to leave, but I gotta bring this up now. What you should have seen? I really wanted you to see what's his name's room? Mike Vrabel's room.
I saw that.
What was that?
What? Was it homie on the toilet taking a dump?
I don't know what that man was doing in the background, but it did not look good. You got White Frozone in behind Vrabel. Tiger King next to him.
It's like, what is going on?
God only knows. I don't know what kind of goons Mike Vrabel hangs around, but he need to keep that off camera.
Crazy.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we gonna see you next time. probably got some more. We'll probably have some more wrestling for y'all next time. You want to talk about wrestling next time, Steve?
Yeah, some good old wrestling.
We got so much stuff to talk about. We can't contain it. So we're gonna talk about some wrestling. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay clean.